in that case, first step what the government took was, they said a lockdown and all that stuff. Fine. You know the population of India. I'm not talking only about our Tamil Nadu. I'm talking about all over India. You know the population of India. Okay? And you have seen the other countries. You have seen the other countries. And how it is going on affecting the people. So the first and foremost step what the government should have done is, this is the population of India. Okay? You should expect at least 50% of the population getting affected. This is what you should anticipate. Virus, outbreak, pandemic, at least 50 or more than 50% is getting affected. We need that many kits. See, by not testing the patients, what are you going to conceal? Nobody is going to blame the government for a pandemic. First understand that. Nobody is going to blame the Modi or the Edapadi or the Karnataka government or the Maharashtra government. Please understand, it's a pandemic. We are all in pandemic. Nobody can blame each person here. Why didn't you get so many kits? Okay, the central government should have gotten to this. Given at least 60% of the kits to each of the government. Get everybody randomizedly tried. Okay? You put a 144. I really appreciate that. I don't find any fault in that. Okay? You lifted the 144 after that. Okay? In 144, the curve was becoming almost nil. You know, once you lift the 144, you know there is going to be an outbreak. Why are you giving permissions for opening out offices and all that stuff? People are comfortable working at home. Correct? You know there are specific hotspot areas in Chennai. Seal that area totally. You know Trivika Nagar is hotspot. Seal it. Don't allow anybody in and out of it. You know Royalpuram is it. Seal it. Why do you allow people here and there? And you should have identified the common clusters, like all the marketplaces or all the places where people get into there. That was also not done. Kits are not available. This is not done. Then the next third thing, you will admit all positive patients in the hospital. See, first of all, you should have a proper medical team saying what needs to be done. Now, nobody is going to find fault with the other party saying that this many cases are there. It will come here. It's a pandemic. First of all, let's understand that it's a pandemic. There will be an outbreak. There will be cases rising. Nobody can find fault. But just by telling the numbers less, we are not claiming ourselves, yes, Tamil Nadu is clean. What are you going to do? You will get it, because how long you are going to close your borders and live your life? You need to get back to your normalcy. Correct? Why didn't they think of this? This was not taught by the government. Not only Tamil Nadu and Turkey, all over India. This was not thought of it. You cannot contain within your states. You need to get back to your work now or then. What is the total capacity of the Tamil Nadu for beds?
Ma'am, what Vijay Bhaskar gave yesterday, in Chennai alone, you have 5,000 beds available. Across Tamil Nadu, 75,000 beds available.
Exactly.
Apart from that, private hospitals are also there to support.
Okay. Tell me one question quickly, Rahul. How many cases have Ramachandra taken? How many cases have
Ramachandra is not taking. Ramachandra is not taking, madam. I have the recording.
Why is Vijay Bhaskar not able to talk to Venkat?
My next question is, why there are only selected hospitals which are taking in patients?
That is because they should have the isolation capacity and the ICU capacity.
Ma'am, Ramachandra is such a big hospital, right?
See, it is a COVID hospital. It is a listed COVID hospital.
But they are not taking. Belroth Hospital is not taking.
Who should talk? The CM or the health minister should put the power over there. Common people cannot go fight with the hospital authorities. So you and me have a patient with us and take it to Ramachandra and return back. You are not, see, they have all the rights to say no. I'll tell you why they say no. I saw your article the other day. You sent me that hospital tariffs are high and all that. Let me honestly tell you, one patient is in the ICU. Okay? You need to run the ICU.
Correct.
You need a doctor for it. You need a staff nurse for it. You need PPE kits for the doctor, staff nurse, housekeeping, nurse. Okay? And you have to have the floor cleaned every time. You have to have your ventilator. You have to need your oxygen supply. You need your pulse oximeter. You need your NIVP. And you need all the drugs if the patient is on ventilator. do you think what tariff given by the government is sufficient enough for a day?
Ma'am, one thing.
Yeah. Or you should
not
supply all these things for the government at least in a subsidized rate.
Yes.
You also have a scam on Vijay Bhaskar stating that PPE cost, he has asked for 40% of kickback. Why wouldn't the PPE kit tariff go up? Tell me honestly.
Ma'am, I have
actual PPE costs, I'll tell you. PPE, there are two types. 60 GSM and 120 GSM. Okay? 60 GSM is for OP. To sit and wear and see. 120 GSM is the one which is required inside the ICU. On top of it, you need a gown. That is a dry gown which has to be worn, a surgical gown, that is also a COVID thing. A doctor has to wear a PPE, a gown on top of it. You have to wear your hood, that is to cover up everything, your 2 gloves, your boot cover. This alone costs around 3,000 rupees because of Vijay Bhaskar. No, the cost which is being sold out.
Yes, ma'am, I'm telling you that only. The cost is for 120 GSM, 650 rupees.
It is not sold in that cost, boss.
Ma'am, it is sold in that cost.
Patient is going to be at least 7 days on ventilator. I am sure.
Okay.
Won't go off. Okay. So how much would be that?
Ma'am, my 2 points here. One, not every patient is put on ventilator. My point number...
I'll tell you one thing. Whether you put on ventilator or not on ventilator, patients has to be seen with PPE kits only. If you have
I agree that. Right? I agree
the
that...
patient who doesn't require ventilator.
No. I agree that each and every staff should wear a PPE kit and go. Right? My point number 1, that not every patient is put on ventilator. My point number 2, that hospitals, the private hospitals, are charging for the PPE kit. Say, for example, if 20 staff is working over there, right, and if I go to visit my person inside ICU, right, inside that place, right, it starts from 300 and it goes up till 4,000 rupees per person just to go and visit to see the patient. Right, from a glass window, right? So, say for example, as per our calculation, 20 odd numbers, let us assume 3,000 rupees as per Mr. Vijay Bhaskar's quote for each PPE kit, which comes around 6,000 rupees per shift. Sorry, 60,000 rupees per shift.
Yeah, you divide it by 6 patients.
Yes.
Divide it by 6 patients. 10,000
So, 10,000 rupees per person.
For PPE alone.
For PPE alone, this is what the government had given the quote. Right? Now, my point is, if only for PPE kit, we are spending 60,000 rupees. Only for these beds, like I have one Mayot hospital is charging 70 to 20,000 rupees per bed for a general ward. Right? Where will a poor person can go and get himself admitted when government hospital says, boss, we don't have beds available.
Why there is no beds in government hospital?
That is what Mr. T.V. Varadarajan had told.
Exactly. I'll tell you why. First of all, if you had taken care of all the healthcare personnel and the housekeeping, your spread wouldn't have gone bad. Doctors were crying for PPE.
I totally agree with you.
Doctors were crying for PPE. Nurses were crying for PPE. Housekeepings were not even given masks. They were not even taken up as human beings. Who is occupying the beds? All these people are only occupying the beds who are sick. For whose cause they worked? They worked for the public cause and they are sick today. So where will they go?
Correct.
Whose fault it is? You not taking out the logistics properly. If you had taken care of your health workers and your doctors and your nurses and your housekeeping and your technicians with proper protection, these people wouldn't have fallen sick. Am I right?
Very true. Ma'am, do you think a whistleblower should get punished? Yesterday, Mr. T.V. Varadarajan was a whistleblower. Throughout his video...
You cannot punish him. A man in India has all the rights to talk his views.
Yes.
When S.V. Shekhar can post in the Twitter and saying my 12 milk packets have gone off and EPS can give him all the 12 milk packets to his house, why not Varadarajan talk about his own friend who was dying?
Yes. So, my point is, a small incident which he just tried to explain to people, please stay at home, there is no beds available, right? He's a whistleblower.
Yeah.
He told the government boss, this is what the situation is. Please take action against it. Right?
Exactly.
How come a minister, that to a health minister, comes on, gives in press meet and says, we will take action against Mr. Varadarajan? Who is the whistleblower?
Yes, boss. Who is going to punish Vijay Bhaskar? That you can tell us, no?